Yeezo, shut up.
Lord's vibe is so good.
Working hard, like there was a chance where maybe I thought he could have scored, but he didn't even have the right body shape, blood. You get me? He didn't even believe he would score, bruv. You know what I mean? There was a crossing. He did not have the right body shape. But if we're comparing him to Harry Winks, he's getting a 17, blood. You know them way there. He was running endlessly, fam. That's one thing I can say. You can tell that he fights for the badge. You know what I mean? He's one of our younger players. But for me, you get me, blood. He has to start, blood. You get me, fam? In our midfield, who else we got, blood? Who else we got, blood? Højbjerg, I'm giving him a 6, blood, because I expect more from Pierre-Emile Højbjerg's, fam. Our midfield is non-existent. For Southampton, I see a man with low socks, dribbling like he's Jack Grealish, bringing the ball forward. But for us, no, blood. Head loss, bruv. Ned Stark, blood. Game of Thrones, fam. Do you know what I mean, fam? Like, our midfield was just non-existent. For me, he's got to do better, innit? Because I just expect more from him, innit? Like, Højbjerg didn't really do anything wrong. But yes, a few misplaced passes and that, but come on, G. You know what I mean? We just need an improvement, blood. We want to see you carry the ball, blood. If Skip's there, we want to see you carry the ball. The only thing you carried today was a 6 rating from Expressions Oozing, fam. Big man ting. Ndombele, I'll be real, blood. He was in and out of the game like a Man City left back, fam. Big man ting. I'm not even gonna lie. He played some great balls, through balls going forward. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was one to Son or something like that. But at times, he just went missing. He was just a passenger, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to give him a 7 because going forward, he looked like, in our midfield, he looked like the only one that was going to maybe give an assist or get a goal, maybe. But yeah, that's about it, fam. But I'll be real. Like, throughout the game, the majority of the game, he was isolating without symptoms. You know them way there. Like, I was thinking, where's Giovanni Lo Celso? Can we not bring him on, blood? But yeah, once again, Nuno left it late for his changes. Ndombele probably would have had a better game, but he had to come deep to get the ball. And then when he did come deep, like I said, fam, Tottenham Stoke Spurs, man will rob it, hoofing the ball up there, fam. So then, yeah, my man, bruv, he was in the hyperbolic time chamber, blood. You know them way there. That's what it was, fam. He was in limbo. Lucas Moura, he's getting a 6, fam. He did better defensively than going forward. Honestly, going forward, yeah, I swear his touch is so baggy, fam. It's like MC Hammer's pants in, I can't touch this video, fam. Honestly, bruv. Like, honestly, he runs into players, into walls. Man's doing up Stevie Wonder playing football at times, blood. You know them way there? I'm thinking, where are you going? I'll give Lucas a 6, but how he stayed on the pitch for that long, I'll never know. Actually, I will know, because Nuno's a chief, fam. He makes no subs, and I'm not talking chief like a term of endearment like Roman Reigns. I'm talking a chief, blood. Yeah, UK slang chief, blood. Son, he's getting a 6 as well, blood, because I'm telling you, fam, he was synonymous other than a couple runs going through. You know them way there, blood. He almost looked like the only one that would score for us, you know them, because obviously that's what Son does. But it wasn't a good game for him at all. He could even get a 5. You know them way there. Like, Son was missing, fam. The reason why I'll give him a 6 is because even when Brian Hill came on, man got put left back, you know. Nuno don't know what he's doing. I saw Son at left back, fam. Like, somebody tell me I was wrong. Somebody tell me my TV spun around, blood. You get me, fam, and he was left wing, blood. Honestly, or right wing, because I'm fuming. Son did have a chance probably where he could have squared it to Kane, but with Kane's form and the way he's been missing, I'd rather square it to Roberto Soldado, blood. You know them way there, and just see him with his hands on his head, fam. Big man ting. Harry Kane, he's getting a free, blood. You know them way there. We expect so much more, blood. You were never in the box when we needed you. Man was doing up DM. Man was doing up direct messaging. Man was doing up Darren Michaels, fam. You get me? DM, fam. Unbelievable. Yeah, you had that one header, Fabianski, great save and that. But where were you all the other times, blood? Where were you, fam? Man's turned into a deep lying no playmaker, fam. Shell of a man, fam. Yellow petrol stations, fam. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, shell yeah, fam. You know them way there, shell of a man, fam. He had chances going forward, which never came off, blood. But the goal, fam, he was pretty much at fault for the goal. What was he doing, marking? Marking? Them man there are afraid to get tattoos, probably. What's he doing marking, fam? You get me? No chance. No, he didn't even know what was going on. The ball was just in the back of the net. Bergwijn, Lo Celso and Brian Hill came on, and I'm not even going to bother give them a rating because Nuno took the piss with the time that he brought them on. Big man ting. Get me, them man having some little man cameos, blood. Cameo, fam. What? Are these man an app, fam, about cameo, blood? As for Nuno, I'm giving him a 0, blood, because his tactics are fossilized, straight out of Jurassic Park, blood. The man came out after the game saying, oh, the better team lost, blood. You smoking budge, blood? He must be smoking margin budge, because listen, yeah, I'm not saying that West Ham played better than us, yeah, but we didn't play well enough to even talk about that, blood. What are you talking about? Address the problems, fam. Address the polo, fam. The bagel, fam. We never played well enough for him to be talking like that, fam. Honestly, we did not play well enough for him to be talking like that. Man just there standing there with his arms folded, fam. Portuguese deck chair at the wheel. Like, we got folded, fam. It wasn't unlucky. You know what I mean, fam? Because if West Ham had their shooting boots on, 13 shots, blood. You get me? We were lucky that they were off target, them 13 shots. Well, not even 13, because 4 of them were on target. There's managers with worse teams that's doing better than us, blood. So the way I see it is, yeah, you get me, fam? Yeah, you can blame the players, blood. But if a dog bites you, you don't blame the dog, fam. You blame the trainer or the owner. So the trainer is Nuno, blood. I blame him. The owner is Levy and Enoch, and I for damn sure blame them for the whole mess we're in, blood. But I'm Expressions. This has been my player ratings, fam. You know them way there. And you lot can just give me a rating for how you think my ratings are in the comments if you want, blood. But it just is what it is, fam. I'm out, blood. Make sure you smash a like on the video.
I need to talk to somebody at AEW.
What is the story with Skinny Razor?
Skinny was a stone killer.
Let's go.
One day during the snowstorm, he grabbed my uncle and said, come on, let's go. They walked in the snowstorm because nobody was out driving or anything. They went in the store and they killed this guy who was the informer, and they cut his balls off and they stuck it in his mouth. And that's how my uncle got involved with killing people. It was my uncle, Nick Scarfo. To get made, you always got to kill somebody. And with him, he wanted me to kill 2 people. So I said, Vince, the refrigerator, go get some ice and we'll have some drinks. So as soon as he turned around, I shot him back of the head.
What's the reaction when you're looking at it? Nothing?
No.
0?
No, I thought I was doing a good thing. First, Ange got killed. He was the biggest drug dealer in Philadelphia. Phil Testa was blown up, the bomb went off and the blast blew him all the way to the back door. This is what we do. This is what we are. We're killers.
So you knew when Salvi's hit was coming before it happened?
It was sickening.
Phil, this kind of sounds crazy to live the life.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
We had to be crazy to be in the mob. You just can't become the boss. You got to get approved by the commission.
So they're protecting each other in a way.
Yeah, if you're going to kill a boss, this is what's going to happen.
Why wouldn't they take you guys out?
We're in the mob to make money. Besides killing everybody, what exactly did we do wrong?
30 seconds.
Did you ever think you would make it? I feel I'm so close I could taste sweet victory. I know this life meant for me.
Gabriel, what's good?
Yeah, why would you bet on Goliath when we got Bet David? Valuetainment, giving values contagious. This world of entrepreneurs, we get no value to haters. I didn't run, homie, look what I become. I'm the one.
Look at that. Woo! Who did yell pace? Who was that? Who was that man? Right over the goalie's shoulder, he didn't know what to do.
So the last time my guest did an interview was with John Miller from CBS in 2013. And John Miller, if you don't know who he is, he interviewed Osama bin Laden. He flew out to go have a private interview with Osama bin Laden. And this is his 3rd one. And when we do the interview today, the reason for this is because you obviously know we've interviewed a lot of people from different crime families. But many of you were requesting someone to sit down with us from Philadelphia and Atlantic City. And the main name, when you think about that today, is Philip Unetti. So we reached out, we spoke to his attorney. We were able to make this work, and he was kind enough to fly out and sit down with us here today. So, Phil, thanks for coming.
Oh, my God.
Thank you for having me.
So, before we get into the interview, I have the one obvious question before I got a list of questions that I want to get into with you is, it's been a long time since you left the life, right?
Yes.
And Nicky Scarfo, your boss, your uncle, passed away in 2017. Why are you still uncomfortable revealing yourself when you're doing an interview?
Well, you never know. There's a lot of crazy people out there that want to be gangsters, that figure if they do run into me or recognize me somewhere, will take a shot at me and make themselves a big man. They could, go to Philadelphia and say, yeah, I killed Phil Unetti. So I'm always careful.
Got it. So
I
it's
always
still,
watch.
even after these many years.
I always watch myself, yes, even after all these years.
When you're going out and you're sitting in restaurants or places or walking, are you always aware of your surroundings and what's going on?
I watch myself, yes, I am.
Even till today.
Even till today, not only because of the mob, but because of today with everybody with the guns and shootings. You never know. You run into crazy people today.
Now, were you always? Would you consider yourself a little bit paranoid, or no? You would say more cautious
I'm
than
more
paranoid.
cautious
Okay.
than paranoid. My uncle was very paranoid
Sure.
about everything, but no, I was careful. I was his bodyguard 24 hours a day, and it came from that. It's something that's embedded in me. It
Got it.
comes natural.
Okay, yeah, I kind of was going towards. Were you like that before you decided to join the life, and was it always a way you were? You were a little bit more cautious and a little bit more careful. Okay, so now let's go back. Let's go back to how this whole thing got started. So you're going through what you're going through. Your father leaves the picture. He's no longer there. You move to Ducktown, and you're there with your mother. How does the life get started for you? When did you go from just being Phil Leonetti to, getting hooked up with your uncle?
Well, when my uncle moved to Atlantic City, he started to take me under his wing. He would bring me hunting with him, bring me different places, and he would talk to me about this thing, La Cosa Nostra, and which I really didn't understand at that time. But he would tell me about we're different than everybody else. We don't live the same life as the government. They have different rules than we do. And he was teaching me, about respect and honor. And that's the way, he groomed me, grew up. I grew up like that.
How old were you at that time when he groomed you?
7, 8.
At 7 years
I started, with him.
I have an 8-year-old son. You mean to tell me at 7 years old he's having these conversations with you?
Oh, yeah. He even took me, and around that time, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 years old, he took me for a ride in this truck. He told me just killed this bad man who disrespected our family. And he was talking, not our family, La Cosa Nostra family. That's what he meant. And he said, look, I'm going to take you with me so it doesn't look suspicious, like I'm doing something wrong. So you'd be like a little bit of a decoy. And we drove to Philadelphia in this pickup truck where they carried the body and buried this man that he killed. And he told me the whole reason why he killed him, that he slapped one of the family members and disrespected him and all. So he told me how he killed him and where they killed him. He told me the whole story, and it made me feel like, wow, he's telling me all this. He made me feel like a big man.
Almost like he's trusting you?
He's trusting me, yeah.
Now, at that time, who is the man you're looking up to? Was there somebody in your life that you could look up to and say, this man's going to protect me, I can one day be like him? Is there anybody like that in your life?
At that time, it was my uncle, Nick Scarfo.
It was him?
Yeah.
And outside of him, nobody else?
Nobody. No.
Okay, so you didn't have somebody else to look up to outside
No,
of
there
him?
was no other man. There was my grandfather, he was older and sick. And then it was just my mother and my grandmother.
Was your mother cautious of you getting close to Nicky or no?
Yeah, she was. She didn't,
even at that time?
At that time, she didn't realize anything at that time. But as I got older and she seen the way I was going, the direction I was going, she kept telling me to stay away from him.
Was that already too late at that time?
Yeah, I didn't listen to her.
What age was it when she started telling you, Phil, you may want to kind of...
When I was right out of junior or senior in high school.
Got it. Okay. So you were already long enough around him to be influenced by his mindset.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
He tells you the story about who he killed and why he killed them. That experience takes place. As a kid, outside of the fact that, wow, this guy's sharing it with me, did you have any other reaction to say, I can't believe we just killed somebody and it's not a big deal? Why is he talking to me like it's not a big deal? Was there any reaction like that?
No, at that age, no. I didn't feel like scared or anything. I felt like that he did a good thing. The way he explained it to me was a good thing for the family.
Got it.
It was respect and honor. And this is what we're supposed to do. This is our life.
And where you were living at in Ducktown, was there a lot of mob? Was that pretty public? Did everybody know? Were they liked, admired? What was the conditions like?
In Ducktown, where we lived, well, eventually everybody knew who we were. Yeah, they knew who my uncle was. And then as I got older, and I had a reputation myself, everybody knows. Newspapers would be writing about us all the time because we killed a lot of people.
But when you were 8, 9, 10 years old coming up, was there a big mob presence there or not really?
No.
It wasn't?
No, there was no mob presence, just my uncle.
Pretty safe place, pretty chill place.
Yes.
Okay, it's almost like how Compton was years ago where there wasn't a lot of crime and then all of a sudden Compton became what it became and folks, okay, that's good to know. Okay, so from there, you're going through high school. You're not yet dropped out of high school. You're doing school regularly. He's not asking you to leave school yet, right? Nothing's happening yet. You're still going full-time student. And what direction are you going? Are you going with the intention of saying, one day I'm going to run with my uncle? Or are you going into school saying, I'm going to grow up to be XYZ?
You know, I was thinking maybe I was going to go with my uncle, but, you know, then in the back of my mind, I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to go maybe to college. But what happened, he wound up getting a subpoena from the State Commission of Investigation. And he was in Yardville for a couple of years. So at that time, after high school, I started driving my mother, my grandmother, his wife, and son to go see him in Yardville.
In Yardville?
In Yardville.
And what was that like every time you're going? Is he asking you for favors, or is he still just kind of, you know, trying to influence you and shape your mindset?
Well, he's telling, well, no, this is like my job now. It's my duty. I'm part of the family, so I'm taking them twice a week, and eventually start giving me messages to bring back to Phil Testa and about things going on and all.
And at that time, Phil Testa's the boss.
Phil Testa was the underboss. Angelo Bruno was in prison with my uncle.
Oh, that's right. Bruno has not been killed yet. So Phil Testa's still the underboss.
Yes.
Got it. So are you already an associate? Are you still kind of connected?
I'm definitely an associate.
You're definitely an associate at this time.
Because I'm bringing messages about killing people. At that time, he was trying to get the okay to kill Alvin Feldman. And with Ange in there, he kept pressing Ange, since they were right next to each other in the cells, about killing him. So they were waiting for Pappy Ippolito, which is Ange's cousin, to collect like $50,000 from Alvin before they killed him.
So while you're going back and forth, you're still in school?
I just graduated.
You've already graduated
Yes.
high school? Yeah. Okay, so in high school, if I'm in high school with you, who was Phil Leonetti in high school?
I was a basketball player. I was a pretty good basketball player. And all my friends, most of them became cops. My good friend Ronnie became a cop, which I still see today. And I was a basketball player. Everybody knew me as a basketball player, and that was it. Nobody knew the reputation of my uncle or my family or anything like that.
Nobody knew?
No, not in the school.
So you didn't have your blow-ups, you didn't knock anybody out, you didn't get into fights?
No, I wasn't that type
nothing.
of guy anyway.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't that type of guy.
Yeah, I know. I saw one of your classmates said he was the nicest guy. He said he wasn't weak, he was strong, but he wasn't somebody that would get into fights, smart guy. You know, some of your classmates were talking about you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, interesting. So then you end up high school. You finish high school. You get out. You're going back and forth. You're delivering these messages. At what point do you get to the point where you say, I think this is the life I'm going to live 100%, I'm not doing
At that
anything
time.
else? At that time?
Yeah, at that time when
Okay.
I started driving it back and forth, I knew I wasn't going anywhere. I was staying there with him.
And is this something you're excited about? Is this something like, at that point, you're like, I can't wait to live this life? What are you thinking at that time?
I always looked at it was like my duty more than being excited. I was just doing it. This is my family, and this is what I'm supposed to do.
And at this point of the game, your uncle is not yet climbed up to the top, right? He's
That's
not
correct.
yet become
No.
the massive presence and the power that he has in the streets with the different families. How different did you see a level of, almost like an evolution of your uncle, of how he was then at 18 years old versus at 26 with Falcone to, you know, year after year after year? Did you see him changing, or was he the same at 18 as he was at the end?
Well, his ego grew as he got more popular, and as we killed more people, he got, you know, a reputation for killing people, which he loved. He loved that reputation. He mostly was, you know, he went by the laws of La Cosa Nostra, mostly.
Mostly at that time?
Yeah.
Okay. So by the time you're 18, how many stories do you know about how many people he's personally killed by the time you're 18?
That he personally killed, it must have been about 5 or 6 when I was around 18.
That you knew about?
That I knew about.
And there could be more. It's just the 5 or 6 that you know about.
Yeah, that I know about.
Got it. And for him, it wasn't a big deal. It was something that he just did. It was a part of his job that he chose to do. How many of those 5 or 6 that he killed were assignments that were given to him? How many of it was just purely reaction? Somebody said something, offended him, and he pulled the trigger?
There was one that he did on his own that he almost got in a lot of trouble for with Angelo Bruno. Him and this other fellow named Mark that was also a made guy. They killed this guy. He told me the whole story about how he was bothering my mother, how they got friendly with the guy, they took him for a ride, and he said he had this .45, and he said they stopped the car to get out like they were going to take a leak. And when the guy got out of the car, he said he shot him Like 4 times he held him up in the air like he was bragging about that. The way the gun, the 45 actually held him up, didn't make the guy fall. It was hitting him, and the guy was against the car, and he kept hitting him. And every time the guy wanted to fall, he hit him again and bounced him back up.
And he's saying this, he's telling you from a place of joy. Like this was an interesting experience. Yes. And is he encouraging you to, you know, like this is going to be great when you one day do it? Is he taking that approach, or no, he's just sharing stories with you?
Oh no, he always told me, you know, to get into this, to get this, which means La Cosa Nostra, to get made, you always got to kill somebody. And with him, he wanted me to kill 2 people. You know, he says, you know, just because I'm your uncle, it doesn't mean anything in this life. You got to obey the rules. You got to listen. I can't help you if you get in trouble.
So at this point, you're 18. You're driving him to the, you know, prison a couple times. You're coming back and forth. You're doing some favors. The $50,000. This is happening. What's next? Where does it go to the point where I know at 26 years old was the first time you killed somebody yourself? But what are you doing at this time? You know, what's going on with his own events? You know, where he's moving up in the ranking.
Well, he was in jail for 2 years, and when he got out, he had a little bit of reputation. He went around visiting everybody, like Phil Tester, Frank Monti. We just started moving around Philadelphia.
Is he at this point an earner or not yet?
Not yet. He get hooked. He did get hooked up with a fellow named Cy Holfridge,
Okay.
a guy that he helped a couple years back with a loan and all. And he made them partners in a bar in Atlantic City.
Still gets his.
So he would go there every
No matter
night. We
where
would
you
all
play
hang
him,
there
bro.
every night. And this is how he was making his money. He started making money like that.
Now, money, is he making real money at this time or not
Making
yet?
a little bit, you know, he's making money to survive
What's
now.
money? What's some money at that time?
Yeah, $1,000 a week.
Oh, okay. So he's not yet making, you know, that's not happening yet.
Not yet.
So what causes, what even caused the boss to ask Nicky to go from Philadelphia to go to Atlantic City? What even caused that?
What happened was, it wasn't Angelo Bruno that sent him to Atlantic City. My uncle, when he was younger, was a bookmaker for his uncles, which are his mother's brothers. And they only gave him a salary. They kept him down. They didn't give him a lot of money, and he hated him for it. He worked like 12 years for them, and he said he was better off doing a life bit in prison than working for them. So eventually he got disgusted with them and just moved to Atlantic City. And my grandmother had a big apartment building, and he lived in one of the apartments there.
Because you hear 2 different stories. One is he chose to go up there. One is they asked him to leave because he was causing too much havoc, and somebody wanted to take him out, and they didn't want him to be around. You know, he was too much trouble. He's making too much noise. He's gonna expose us. So your version of the story is he chose to go to Atlantic City.
Yeah, he chose to go to Atlantic City. Nobody was going to take him out, especially anybody in Philadelphia.
Anybody in Philadelphia. No. Would you say even his bosses feared him?
Yes, definitely. Angelo Bruno, he was careful, like, yeah, he definitely feared us, because especially as he started getting people around him, like it was me and Chucky and Lawrence and Vince Falcone and this other fellow named Alfredo Ferrara. He started to get a little crew together and you know, when we were killing people, we killed DeMarco at the Enstem Hotel, and that was for Chicky Narducci. Angelo Bruno ordered. We got the okay to kill Hellfine. You know what I mean?
The judge.
Judge Hellfine.
So this is pre-Atlantic City.
This is in Atlantic City.
This is in Atlantic City. No, I guess what I'm asking for, what was happening in Philadelphia where, you know, Bruno and some of these folks were getting concerned about Scarfo trying to make too much of a vertical leap? What you said they're scared of him. Why were they scared of him? Was he
Well, they knew
already
his
reckless?
reputation. They knew his reputation. Angelo Bruno knew he was a gangster, and he was just careful of him.
And Angelo wasn't a gangster himself.
No, he was more like a businessman.
He was more of a businessman. Methodical. I hear he was a genius, by the way, when it comes down to business and money, those
Yeah,
types
but
of
what he
things.
would do, like when my uncle went to him and said, look, I'm going to do something with this Cy Holfridge right outside of Philadelphia. He's going to open up, in the mall there, he's going to open up this big bar and restaurant. And he told him, nah, don't forget about it. That's not a good thing to do and all. He told him not to do it. In the meantime, he sends his son-in-law to backdoor my uncle to try to get involved with Cy to do the job with him, you know, to get involved with him. So Cy told my uncle, and my uncle just wind up going to partners with him anyway, and then Ange couldn't do anything about it.
Too strong, man.
Because, I mean, he could kill him for not listening to him, but they were like a little worried about us.
Why didn't want to, if they're thinking that you could potentially really create some ruckus there. Why wouldn't they take you guys out? What's the consequences if they don't?
There would be a war with us. I mean, they would have a big problem trying
If
to take
they
us
took
out.
Nicky out?
If they took my uncle out? Yeah, they would have a big problem.
Big problem.
With us, yeah. And plus, there has to be a good reason. Why would you, I mean, what exactly did we do wrong?
So there wasn't a reason yet?
No.
Okay. So let me, by the way, you seem very proud of about the fact that you guys were strong and you were feared by them, even though it's been many years, yeah. So the consigliere of Angelo Bruno, his name is Joe, I believe, right? Joe, how do you say his last name?
Riget?
Yes.
Joe, yeah.
Joe took a liking to your uncle, right? Nicky, and because they were both from Naples or something
They were both
had in
from
common.
Calabria.
Yeah. And at one point, there's a story about Joe wanted him to marry his daughter, and Nicky told him to his face, "I'd never marry your ugly daughter." Is that a myth or is that the truth?
No, it wasn't my uncle. It was Chucky Merlino.
Chucky Merlino didn't want to marry their daughter.
Yeah, he wanted him to marry his daughter. And after he didn't want to marry his daughter, he wanted to kill Chucky.
Now, how is Chucky connected to Nicky?
Chucky started hanging with my uncle when he was 16 years old.
Is he family or he's just an associate?
No, just a good friend. His father knew my uncle, Chucky's father.
So at this point of the game, Nicky hasn't publicly insulted the boss yet. There's not been an insult.
No.
It's pretty, by the rules. He's following the rules. He's protecting the family.
Up to a certain point. Yeah, he's following the rules up to a certain point, like with this bar and all. I mean, he didn't listen to him because Ange went behind his back, tried to grab it for himself. Because he was money hungry.
Nicky was.
No, Angelo Bruno.
Angelo Bruno. He's the one that was making $12 million a month at the time?
He was making a lot. He was the biggest drug dealer in Philadelphia, Angelo Bruno, believe it or not.
And one of the rules is to not do any kind of drugs.
Yeah.
Did that annoy Nicky, the fact that he was touching drugs?
Well, we couldn't say anything about it.
Interesting. So you go to Atlantic City. At what point in Atlantic City do you guys start making real money?
When gambling came.
Okay.
When casino gambling came, we got hooked up with unions. We had them all the unions.
You're dealing with union, and this is kind of giving you an upper hand, this giving you an edge on doing more business. At this point of the game in Atlantic City, are you guys making good money?
We're
now?
making a lot of money.
What's a lot of money?
Well, I know he was making at least $20,000 a month with the union.
So one account is $20,000 a month.
We started a shakedown business, which Saul Kane, who was an associate of ours, came up with. We called it the Elbow. We would go around to people in illegitimate businesses and say, look, who gave you the okay to start this business? You owe us money for being an illegal business because we're here to protect you if you have a problem with anybody else, because anybody could shake you down. So you're on our payroll, you gotta start paying us. And that's what we did. He went around all Northeast Philadelphia, all South. We had guys going all over the place. We had a ton of money coming in.
And what is that accounting to? What kind of number is that?
What kind of number of money?
Yeah, if you're getting all these illegal guys that are paying you, what kind
I
of?
don't know. A lot.
Few $100,000 a month, that kind of money, or?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
It was
real
big
money at
money.
this point.
No, it was big money
So at
we
this
were
point, you
making.
guys are making real money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because not only they were shaking down, even though we were not drug dealers, but we were shaking down drug dealers. We were allowed to shake down drug dealers, and we were making scores with $200,000-$300,000 at a time with them.
So now you're up there. You guys are starting to make some money. You're making a couple $100,000 a month. Have you yet been ordered to kill somebody yet, or not? Not yet.
Yeah, we killed Pepe Leva, I think, in 1976, I believe.
You did, or
No, it was Alfredo, but I was involved with it.
Okay.
I was being followed by the Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office at that time. So 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm in the My Way Lounge with all the prosecutors because they're watching me. And that's the morning he gets killed. And they still arrested me for the murder.
You were able to get off and nothing happened to
Yeah,
you.
I got off. Yeah.
How many times at this point have you been arrested before you're 26?
Well, I think it was that time. And then in 1980 for the murder of Vincent Falcone.
That's
murder.
it?
Yeah. I
Got
didn't
it.
have a record.
So you stay clean. You were low key.
Yeah.
Okay. So at 26 years old, walk us through what happens when you're ordered to go out there and kill Falcone.
Well, we planned it, me, my uncle, and Lawrence, that we were going to take Vince to this house that one of our associates owned in Margate. It was right on the beach. And it was wintertime, nobody's around. So he decided, my uncle decided, he said, let's bring this fella, Joe Salerno, who was hanging around us at this time. He was a legitimate guy, he was a plumber. He says, we'll take him with us to make Vince feel more comfortable because Vince felt like he was going to get killed. Because him and Alfredo went to Chucky in Philadelphia to complain about my uncle. So anyway, we set up a thing that we were going to watch something over this Phil McFillin's house in Margate. So I said, come on, Vince, we'll take a ride over there. So me, him, Lawrence, and Joe Salerno went over there. We rode down there, and my uncle was already there in the house. And we went in, and he looked, as soon as we got to the top of the steps, he looked like he was going to run down the steps. So I started to say, come on, let's have a drink, you know.
He has an idea what's about to happen.
Yeah, he looked, suspicious, but I think him seeing Joe Salerno there kept him a little calm. So I said, Vince, the refrigerator, go get some ice and we'll have some drinks. So as soon as he turned around, I shot him back in the head.
80s was good.
How you
brother
feeling
was
at this
good.
time when you did this?
I didn't have any feelings
boys
for
out here in
him.
the
I figure I'm doing the right thing for the family. He's talking about my uncle. He's cursing him and saying he's crazy. He's not doing the right thing. So
Turn away
this
the
is what we
Marshall
do. This is what we are. We're killers. I mean,
Get that band
especially
on
with my
950.
uncle.
So you shoot him once, and then what happened?
Shot him once. He fell down. My uncle said, shoot him again.
You
He
played the
tested.
FUD, bro?
He wanted
Were
to
you
see if
into
he hurt
that?
a heart.
I still haven't bought.
So I shot him
NBA
again in
20
the chest, and
2K22.
that was it. Then I left. He told me to leave and get rid of the gun and all. And they tied him up and put him in the trunk of his car and parked his car in Margate somewhere.
So they put him in the trunk of his own car
Yes.
and then parked it in the market.
Yeah.
Now, at that time when you're doing this, are you worried about fingerprints? Are you wearing gloves? Is there anything?
Oh, yeah, we had gloves. We cleaned up the blood, which you really can't clean
am
up
I gonna get
blood,
it for
but
$9.50?
I mean, if they hit
Am
the
I really
black
gonna get
light,
it for
you'll see
$9.50?
where blood was.
Oh, God,
But there was no
please,
evidence that we were
please,
there
for
until Joe
$9.50,
Salerno
please, that's a
testified
steal.
against us.
So
It's a steal.
you're leaving.
It's
You're
a
done. You did your
steal.
first hit. Are you feeling proud? Is there any
Don't
emotions
outbid
that you
me.
have?
That was actually my second one.
That's your second one.
Yeah.
How are you feeling at this time? Just
I
normal.
felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah, normal. There was, as a matter of fact, when I got to the office, after I got rid of the gun, I called the radio station.
Let's get it, Marshy,
And there was a
out
fella,
for
this Joe
$9.50.
Disco was Joe
What's
Scaffidi's son. Now,
good?
Joe Scafidi was a made guy in our family. His son's a radio disc jockey. So I called him up and
good in
said,
the
play the song Do or
motherfucking
Die
bitch?
as a joke. And that was it. And I waited for them to come back. My uncle, when they finally got back, my uncle was falling down drunk. We had to hold him up. He was so drunk he couldn't stand up. And it's the first time he grabbed me and hugged me, kissed me, and told me he loved me.
Is that the first time ever?
First time ever and only.
Only.
Yeah, that was it.
What was your reaction?
I couldn't believe it. Like, well, I was shocked. That was nice. I felt good.
And he never did that.
No, never ever.
So how did he win your loyalty? What was his style? Because there's different styles of winning loyalty. What was his style?
It was just, I just felt like, you know, we were blood, and it was just something that I was born into, and I had to do the right thing. I figured he's my uncle, and you know, he's teaching me the right thing to do.
So you said this was not the first one. This was your second hit. The
Yeah.
first one, you're saying, is this the first one you pulled the trigger, or no?
No.
There was another one you pulled the
No,
trigger.
the first one I pulled the trigger was me and Vince Falcone killed a fella that was robbing Chicky Narducci's crap games. His name was DeMarco.
That's the first one, though.
That's the first one,
Where
right
you pulled the
outside of
trigger.
the Ensign Motel, yeah.
And you killed him, or did
Oh,
Falcone?
I killed him.
You killed him.
I
Okay.
killed him because I ran out first, and he got stuck in the room. And when I first shot him in the back of the head, like he flew, I thought he was running away. But it was the force of the bullet
Mm-hmm.
that made him run, that made him fly like that. So, and then he came over and we just emptied the guns into him.
What's the reaction when you're looking at it?
1300.
Nothing?
1300 is
Zero.
what I'm aiming
No,
for.
I thought I was doing a good thing.
So when you get in the car and you're driving with Falcone, what are you guys talking? Just, you know,
We actually, my uncle picked us up.
What's the
You know,
conversation
we
like?
we laid it out. Nothing.
Yeah.
We don't talk in the car
At all?
Nothing. Just that we got back to the house. Vince went to his house, and you know, we came up. I was in the shower. My uncle came in the shower. Make sure you scrub your fingernails, get all the gunpowder out, and clean yourself good, and all this.
Were
He got rid of the clothes and all.
Were you always worried about being wiretapped or being listened
Yeah.
to? So where did you feel comfortable talking to each other where you're not being wiretapped?
Away from cars, places, walking on the street somewhere, like maybe in a corner where we would look around. There's no cameras.
But there was a scene where they even heard you speaking to each other, and you were out in the street. So there was no specific basement place you'd go to. There was not like a place you feel
No,
fully
we wouldn't go to
comfortable.
one spot all the time.
You wouldn't go to one
No,
spot
never.
all the time. Got
Never.
it.
And we wouldn't stay near cars to speak either, because we always felt that the car would pick up us if we were standing close to the car.
And back then, it's so, because things have changed so dramatically versus today versus then. Because today,
Today, forget about it.
you know,
you
you
really
got
got to be careful.
Yeah, I mean, the whole story we were talking about last night where one of the former mobsters you're sitting on, it's how come you don't have a new iPhone? I said, well, the iPhone is a perfect way to be detect
Yes.
me exactly where I'm at versus the old flip
Yeah.
phones. You know, you can't really track me. Any things you had where you were like, you can't carry this, you can't carry that, you can't carry this because it's a tracking system? Was any protocols that your uncle would tell you?
Not at that time, no.
Okay.
At that time, we were
Not that
using cell
advanced yet.
phones. I would have cell phones, especially at the bus terminal. There was 9 million cell phones. And that's when I had to call somebody.
Cell phones, or you mean like...
I'm sorry. Payphones.
Payphones, yes.
I'm saying so.
Right, payphones.
Yes.
So you used the payphones back then? And you felt
All
safe
the
with the
time.
payphones?
Oh, yeah, because I would use different ones.
Got it.
All the
Constantly on the
time.
move.
Yeah.
So when you made the second move and you killed Falcone, you leave, you're not thinking anything's going to happen, and then somebody goes in, turns in, and says you did the job.
Yeah.
What happens then?
Oh, we get arrested. After about a week, my grandmother put her buildings up for our bail, and we got out. We had a trial going.
How did you get out of that one?
They had evidence, but you got two fantastic lawyers there.
Did they buy out any cops on this one or no?
Actually, we did, yeah. When we presented our case, we put this guy, he was a Margate police officer, that used to follow us all the time. And he said he knew our car, and he was driving by that house at that time and didn't see our car. And we paid him, my uncle gave him like $3,000 to say that on the stand. And that almost, actually, our defense almost lost us the case. We should have just finished the case after the prosecution, because even the jury told us, he said, you guys almost blew the case. I mean, by, having, because we had different people that were there, like one older fellow that was a bartender at the greenhouse where this house is, says he didn't see my uncle's car. But we took a break for lunch, and when he came back, he was drunk, and he's on the stand talking, he not knowing what he's talking about. So we could really blew the case by putting a defense on. We were good right after the prosecution rested. We were.
So with or without him, you were going to be fine. You didn't need him.
We didn't need him. No.
Okay, got it. So you leave. Now when you leave and you just killed somebody and you got off the stand, are you feeling untouchable at this point? Are you feeling like
we really
no one
felt
can?
high, yes. We felt great. We really felt great. We were on a roll. This is October of 1980. We won that case. And then the following year, Phil Testa got blown up.
How did that
Well, first Ange got killed, naturally. And then Phil Testa was blown up.
Is this a nail bomb? Nail bomb
This is the nail bomb, making
Got
it look like it was the roofers that killed him. It goes back to Angelo Bruno, who got Tony Caponero to be his consigliere. And Tony actually didn't get along with Ange. He wanted to make money. He wanted to be the boss too. So he went to New York to complain about Ange, because he was friendly with the guys in New York and this Frank Thierry. And this fella told him, said, look, do what you got to do with Ange. Straighten it out, So he took it where the guy was telling him to kill Angelo Bruno. So he set it up where John Stanford would drop the window, where they were parked out in front of Angelo Bruno's house. And as they were sitting there talking, Stanford lowered Ange's window, and Tony hit him with a shotgun behind his head and killed him. And after that, everything went really crazy. We didn't know who did it, and everything really went bad.
Now, I've heard a lot of different versions of why Angelo got killed. What story do you know why he got killed?
He wanted to take over. He wanted to be the boss.
Got it.
That's
pretty much it.
That's it. Well, that, and by being the boss, you're going to have a ton of money coming in. He was shaking down Long John as soon as Ange was killed. He grabbed Long John, who was Angelo Bruno's big earner, because he was the drug dealer, and told him how much he wants, and asked him how much you make, how much you got coming in, and this is how much I want.
This is how much I want. You just got to give me what I want.
Yeah.
We need a CDM.
That's it.
So what's he making at the time before he?
I tell you, they were selling that P2P from what we found out, and it came in 55-gallon drums. And contractors, cement contractors, would use it by throwing it in the concrete, from what I understand. They would make $500,000 on the.
There's a talk show? Oh, shit. Yeah, wait, no. What talk show? My desktop audio is muted. Is it Discord? What's it recording? I don't understand. Hold on. Hold the fuck on.
The 55-gallon drums. They would get the drums for nothing, because contractors didn't know what they were using it for by making P2P with it. And they were making a ton of money with it.
$500,000 per drum.
Yeah.
And how many drums were they moving?
A ton of them. I don't know. I mean,
A ton of them. You're not talking like...
a lot of them.
So you said when this happened, you said things got very ugly. What does that mean?
Oh, shit.
Contractors didn't know what they were using.
It can hear my desktop audio? Why the hell is it recording that, though? My desktop audio is muted. How the hell is that happening? You still can't hear me. Really? I don't believe you, sir. You still can't hear me. I think there's something wrong on your end with the audio because I can hear myself. Blessings. Now, if I mute the Discord, will it still play audio? Blessings. Now, if I mute the Discord, will it still play audio? Blessings. Now, blessings. Nothing? Can you hear it? Can you hear the radio show? Because you shouldn't. By the way, CDM, you can go with 81 CDM Arnold or Lemire. Arnold? Alright, let me look up Arnold. Damn! Arnold might be the one, and Lemire, L-A-M-I-E-R, L-A-M-L-A-I-E-R. All right, I'm gonna go Arnold. Arnold is gonna replace Phillips. Good looks, bro. Hopefully I can make some money off Pepe and Greenwood. 800. All right, let's see. Fuck, man. 800. I could have got him for 650. $800 my ass. Come on, somebody outbid me. Somebody outbid me. Outbid me. Outbid me. Outbid me, please. Fuck. Fuck. Son of a bitch. Alright, good luck, mateys. It's the first. I'm going to go ahead and insert him. Take out Phillips. Phillips is going to replace Fernandez. And Fernandez is hitting the bench. Bang, bang. Look at that, son. Look at that Wolfsburg love right here. Look at that shit, son. Oh my god. I want these bums to try to go ahead and get on this left side, son. No. Because then Mbabu is going to be on the right side like a predator. Ready to eat them fools up. Do you play Ultimate Team, mateys? Squad battle, baby. Let's get it. Let's eat these fools up. Damn, son. Ruslan and Arnold, son. Woo! You know your boy watches a gang of the Bundesliga, right? Holland's my favorite player. Next to Davies. And Gnabry, Lewandowski. I really like Bayern Munich. They got a lot of players I like.
Hello everyone, the weather forecasters promised us a very pleasant day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. I'm Derek Ray, and keeping me company in the commentary box today is, of course, Stuart Robson, and getting ready for a potentially thrilling contest. Stuart, what are your expectations for today?
Well, Derek, when looking forward to this game, you can't help but notice there are some great matchups all over the pitch, particularly in those central areas. Whichever team wins more of those battles will win the game.
This is how it looks for the home side. Phil Foden plays with Maximilian Arnold in the centre of midfield. And the centrepiece of the attack today is Gabriel Jesus.
See what I mean?
So after that, a goal kick it'll be. Well, real excitement here. I say
Let's
that because it's his
go.
long-awaited
Player
debut
debut.
coming up. What should we
Let's
be looking
go.
for from him, Stuart?
He can do everything a central midfield player needs to do. He can pass it, he can wriggle out of tight situations, and he can defend. Let's hope we see those qualities today.
Gabriel Jesus.
Oh shit.
Could really get at
Oh
the
shit.
opposition.
Oh shit.
Not to be
Oh,
in terms of the
shit.
course there. Goal kick coming up. Well, sloppy in possession.
Let's go. Oh, what the hell was that?
Defensive efficiency personified. Well, just couldn't keep the ball. Arnold. Gabriel Jesus.
Foden. Let's go. Let's go, Foden with a goal. Let's fucking go. That's how you do it, boys. That's how you fucking do it. Shout out to my boy Mateys. Let me know. Fucking Arnold with the setup to the assist. Uncle Phil with the goal. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, here it is again, and it was never really
Telling you.
was it?
Fucking telling you. Bang, bong. Like we're in the Wu-Tang, baby. Look at that. Woo! Enjoy that corner, baby. Let's go.
So Borough get things restarted. Disappointed to have conceded. Will they be able to square the game?
Oh damn, I forgot to put Martial on the fucking team.
Good-looking sequence. But nothing comes of it. Jack Grealish. Arnold. And scope for them to produce something exciting. Tremendous intuition to win it back.
Oh, god damn it. Come on, y'all. Sloppy play right now.
Palmiero. Well, that's how to beat your opponent. And a good-looking ball. Well, in fact, a good but straightforward claim by the keeper. Ferran Torres. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack?
Foden.
They need to get bodies back. Well, it petered out.
Yo, I passed the ball.
Christian Kouame. Well, they've given him too much space. And
Ain't
given the
going nowhere,
defender's
boy.
touch, the referee says corner. Played over. And problem solved for now. Well, really intense pressure applied. Cross fired over. And possession lost, intercepted. And the counter-attack is on, options available. Grealish. And he's made headway.
Oh, what the fuck?
Intervention.
What the fuck was that?
To prevent what looked like a certain goal.
Son, I was robbed. Robbed just now of my goal.
Christian Kouame.
Robbed.
Well, still searching for the equaliser, but not passing it anxiously. Well, he missed the target and then some. Wide it went.
Let's go, Corona.
Foden. Grealish.
What? Come on, Jack. You gotta pull back, bro.
Gomes. Plenty of options. And a decent delivery. And they deal with the threat this time. Counter-attacking, very much an option. And they'll get ready for the throw-in. Well, he's gone back to give the free kick. The referee here he tried to play advantage, but it didn't accrue. Gabriel Jesus.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Past his man.
Oh! And there it is, Uncle Phil with the goal.
It's a matter of avoiding any silly mistakes.
Now, I wonder if I could have made that myself. But instead, we give it to Uncle Phil.
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself.
Damn,
end,
son.
It's far too easy to create the 2v1 against the keeper. What were the defenders trying to do? Nice finish, but poor defensively.
And you see how he tried to take me out? He tried to take me out after the goal, bruh. See these Bamas. These Bamas, son.
So 2-0 now. And the pass was just that little bit off. Nearly found its target.
Well, as you can see, the hosts have controlled the possession. They've passed it well, their movement's been good, and they've been well worth their lead. Could get even better here.
Grealish. Unable to get himself back onside here.
Well, he was always going to be offside. That was the wrong option.
Oh, wow.
Andreas Gruber. Crossing opportunity. Well, he'll take efforts like that all day long.
Let's go.
Time
Arnold,
coming
push
up.
it. Push it, Arnold.
Foden. Correa. It's got to be.
Oh, come
no
on,
problems
man.
grabbing hold of that one. And there
Halftime.
it is, the half-time whistle.
That should have been another goal, man. That should have been another fucking goal. .837 and 40 fucking 5 should have been another goal. We're expected another 2 goals. They're expected no goals.
Plenty to consider based on what we've seen so far as the second half begins. Now, what can they do from here? Corner kick forthcoming. Trying to deliver it accurately. Is this the moment? Really good block. Can someone get on the end of this? Goalkeeper's ball, it was always going to be that way. Arnold.
What the fuck?
Think you've got
He
to
fucking
conclude
tripped
that
me.
was good refereeing. A free kick in the end after initially playing advantage, but it just wasn't there. Well, they're sitting ever deeper. This attack looks highly promising. Grealish. Still could put it away. Arnold.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. What a goal. Was that Grealish? Was that Cluster? Who was that? Fucking Arnold. Shout out to my boy Mateys.
Well, just look how he holds off
Shout out
the
to
defender.
Mateys.
He keeps his balance and he still hits the target. What a good goal that is.
Bong, bong.
Well, we're underway again, and this game was finished as a contest a long time ago. And a clear foul, but the referee letting the play flow. And that's great work to keep it in play. Gruber. Christian Kouame. A very effective challenge put in. Correa. And the counter looks on here. Options available. Will it be sufficiently imaginative? And the counter-attack came to nothing. Palmiero. Kouame with it. A foul, but advantage played.
Arnold's pushing up the field again, boys, with the big defense.
And the referee spotted the foul, but has played advantage.
Oh.
Not a great pass. Yannick Gomis. It has gone over the touchline for what will be a throw-in. They've decided that now is the time to go to the bench.
Raheem Sterling in.
Not to be advised giving the ball away there. And Sterling has it. Well, the marking was tight. The header off target in the end. Maxence Lacroix. Maximilian Arnold has it.
Oh, there's Foden. There's Foden. Triple for the triple. 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 Bang bang. There it is. Phil with the tray away. Arnold with an assist.
Past his marker, and that gives him the space to get his shot away.
Man.
Excellent stuff from him.
Beautiful, man. Fucking beautiful.
It's a massive lead, and it's very hard to imagine them losing it now. Andreas.
So they don't even want to do anything. They don't even want to kick the ball anymore. They just want to get out of here.
Yannick Gomis. Sterling. And space to cross it. And still dangerous. A gift for any goalkeeper. Quick thinking to dispossess his opponent. Superb save.
Well, he should score, of course, but that's a brilliant
There goes
save.
the only goal attempt they could have had.
Arnold. An advantage with them. Referee says play on. Foden. He's in with a chance.
Bang! There you go, Mbabu! Mbabu with a goal.
Well, first of all, where's the defending? They're all over the place.
Foden with the assist, boy.
Great composure.
Let's go. Boom! With the glove. It's like Roman Reigns, son. It's ahead of the table, Mbabu. Oof.
My goodness, it's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match. he's left his marker for dead. And a goal kick will be next. Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution.
Daka, Rodrigo's coming in.
And a fine tackle. Al-Akbabi might be able to get in behind the defence. And that came off the defender.
Defense,
so it'll be a corner.
We on fire. You can't score
and
on
there's
us.
The delivery. And thwarting his opponent in the nick of time. And a throw-in forthcoming.
Oh, god damn it.
Chance to play it in. Rodrigo. That's a useful cross. Well, the header needed to be a lot better than that. Didn't really make the keeper work. Sterling. In by Sterling. Unable to get a body in the way. Well, it was a foul, but good use of advantage by the referee. Mings, he's in here.
Oh, come on, bro.
Rodrigo. Well, on you go, says the referee. Advantage. And there it is,
That's
the
it.
final whistle.
That's it.
The home
5
fans
zip.
are going to be happy with
Just
this
like that.
result.
Well, Derek, what a good performance.
Just
so
like
far.
that.
They did most
All
things
defense.
right, and their
Shout out to my boy
attacking play
Mateys
was
2-3
effective and had a real
on
cutting
Twitch.
edge. That was
That's
a really
good.
dominant display from them today.
Doing the Lord's work right now. Outside of, you know. He said, I'm on $3 million now trying to buy one to watch Cristiano Ronaldo. You got $3 million? How the fuck do you have $3 million? Are you buying? Are you paying? I'm not paying, bro. I'm not paying. I'm not paying to play. Purdy don't pay to play. Fuck that noise. Jack Grealish got a 6.7. He was quiet the whole game. He didn't really do too much. He was out there watching the game. Gabriel Jesus had 2 assists. You know what I'm saying? Pass accuracy at 80, but at averaging 82%. You know, or 80 at 88%. The team's 82. So he was doing a lot of work up and down the field. Torres, he didn't do too much of anything. He did move the ball and did get a cross. Or he didn't get the cross. That was Jesus. I mean, he was watching the game too. I mean, when it comes to one of these 3 guys, like 2 of the 3 are gonna score. Wildly, none of them scored. And that brings us down to Ings. I mean, Danny came down for like 20-30 minutes. He was just a body to fill in the field to hold us down. Not worried about him. Phil, 10, 3 goals, 1 assist right before he left the field, man. Shot accuracy percent at 100. 4 shots he took. 3 of them went in. 1 was an assist. I mean, making a crucial impact already, and it's only, I think, his 2nd game. Tyrone came in, held it down on defense in the meantime for us, you know what I'm saying? He had 1 tackle, and that was about it. Maximilian, what a debut. Shout out to Mateys for recommending Maximilian Arnold, who had 1 assist, 1 goal, 100% shot accuracy, 12 passes, 83% pass accuracy, with 12 dribbles, 3 fucking tackles, man. He was just out there doing it all, offense and defense. Reece James came in at the very end, you know what I'm saying? He had a tackle. Angel, he was just there watching the game, really. Doing a lot of passing. Now let's go to our defense. Jerome had 4 tackles and 2 possessions won. LaCroix, 1 tackle, 2 possessions won. Kloster had 4 tackles and Babu doing it both on offense and defense. 4 tackles, 2 possessions won, and a shot on goal followed by the goal. Mindy, and then we got our bench. Tremendous. I'm telling y'all, that's how we fucking do it, man. Shout out to my boy Mateys, man. Fucking A, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Holding it down with my defense, dog. Wolfsburg. People don't even fucking get it, son. Wolfsburg in real life, you gotta see them Bamas. I'm gonna have to fuck with Wolfsburg now. AJ Tracy. The only game I lost was Censored FC, man. 4-1. I got my clock cleaned by these boys. I'm going to edit my squad right quick. Let me add Martial. Martial for Gomes. So I guess I'm going to put in these 3. Martial will replace with one of these guys. James and Mings. All right, let's get it. AJ Tracy. Cool logo, pussy. Oof. Grealish, Jesus, Torres, Foden, Arnold, Correa, Babu, Klosterman, LaCroix, and Ruslan. God damn.
Hello, a warm welcome.
What a squad. What a fucking squad.
My name is Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me in the commentary position is the former Arsenal and West Ham midfield player, Stuart Robson. And the general feeling is we should be in for a spellbinding occasion. What do you anticipate seeing, Stuart?
Yes, thanks as always, Derek. We've got 2 good teams here, so I'm anticipating a really good game. The atmosphere is electric inside the stadium before kick-off, and hopefully we're not disappointed.
Let's have a look at the initial 11 for the visitors. Phil Foden plays with Maximilian Arnold in the centre of midfield. And the main forward is Gabriel Jesus. Arnold. Can he convert?
Oh!
Well, the keeper had to
Almost a goal on him. Almost a goal on him early. Arnold put one on him.
But he's gone short with it. And still looking for space. Arnold. Teammate available.
Oh, come on, son.
His opponent completely. Grealish.
Oh. Let's go. Let's go. I can taste this goal. I can taste it, y'all.
He's trying to create something. Arnold. Foden. Interception to snuff out the danger. Well, understandably, a lot of interest in Harry Kane and how he might perform in this match. Stuart, what are you expecting?
Well, it's his ability with the ball at his feet that makes him such a good player. He can go past defenders with ease, he can play in tight areas, and he has that bit of trickery as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing him.
Stuart, they could be in here. Oh, he's blocked it.
What the hell?
Having won the ball back, they might be able to profit. Offside.
Who's that dude with all the hair?
Foden.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my fucking god.
Not a clear foul, but the referee letting the play flow.
Are you serious? Are you fucking serious?
Well, that didn't go exactly to plan, and no wonder he's getting a few icy stares from his teammates.
Yeah, that's a complete waste. He was never going to score from there.
Gabriel Jesus. Maximilian Arnold has it. How can he take them on and beat them? Well, showing excellent judgment to intercept. Son. Gullit has it. Salah. Here's Kane. And return to Salah. Salah! Oh, chance missed. 0-0 it remains.
Well, chances don't come much better than that. What a miss that is.
Klosterman. Now Correa.
Well.
Foden.
Ah, there it is. There it is. God damn it.
Crisp tackling. Conte. Roberto Carlos. Showing a lot of guile there. Electing to cross into the centre. Oh, and off the post. Behind for a goal kick.
Well, he's so unlucky there. He seemed to do everything right. It was so close. Well, that was a bit unlucky, because you just get the feeling they need to make the most of one of these chances.
Gabriel Jesus. Now Correa. Can he finish this?
Oh, come on!
Unfortunately, he couldn't keep the shot down. Ruud Gullit. N'Golo Conte. Now Son. Conte. Kane. Good effort here. Oh, he couldn't outwit the keeper.
Well, just listen to these fans. They're urging their team to score here and take the lead.
Corner kick played in. Able to get a body in the way.
What the fuck?
Like that and expect to get away with it.
Van Dijk, you piece of shit.
Well, the card is out.
Take your punk ass back to the Netherlands.
It's clumsy and it's late. Definitely a yellow card.
Fancy footwork. Textbook defending inside the box. Throw-ins given. It's a perfect challenge. Grealish. Well, they've lost possession of the ball. Kane. Rudhulit. Now Harry Kane on the move. Oh, good defending to stop a decent-looking attack. Well, there is going to be stoppage time, but only the 1 minute. Foden. On to Jesus. Grealish. Foden. Has a go.
Damn, man.
Body on the line.
Come on, bro.
Half-time then, here in
About to go into halftime 0-0. This guy's squad isn't even nice, bro. These are little midgets that are on the field. Look at that guy.
So they get the ball rolling in the second half. Even Steven here. So little to choose between the sides. Rafael Varane. Virgil van Dijk. And Torres on the ball. Well, he keeps going.
Come on, bro. That's the second person that's done that, bro. Varane, piece of shitty.
And I think he's got it absolutely right. That was a poor challenge.
That all leg, bro. All leg, bro.
He goes short. Correa. Now with Grealish. Foden. And return to Grealish. Can he put them in front?
Oh!
He's missed the opportunity. And they remain level.
Well, he just lacked composure there, didn't he? They should be ahead now.
Virgil van Dijk. Can they create something from here? Options in the centre. Not fantastic defending. Let's see if it helps the opposition. Terrific block there. Oh, incredible save, and he snuffed out the danger. Correa. Jesus. Kane.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Harry fucking Kane. Harry fucking Kane scored on me, son. He's the worst.
He hits it with so much power. The keeper had no chance. Fantastic finish.
Well, back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. The referee knew that was foul play, but advantage it is.
Well, the hosts, as you can see, haven't enjoyed the majority of possession, but their speed of attack when they win the ball back has been breathtaking. It's been a really good performance from them so far.
Walker. Gullit. Surely. Well, the keeper reacted magnificently. Not to be advised giving the ball away there. Gullit. Well, unfortunately, he couldn't keep the shot down.
Come on.
Foden. Showing patience, looking for the equaliser. This could be the equaliser.
Oh,
What an
bitch.
important save. How about that?
Well, at least he hit the target, but he should really beat the keeper from there. They should be level now.
Now, how about the short corner? Correa. Well, a really single-minded piece of defending to make sure nothing untoward happened. It might be perfectly set up for the counter-attack, you know. Oh, good defending to stop a decent-looking attack.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Who is this little man with the fucking hair, bruh? All in my fucking way.
Well, they've won themselves a corner and a chance perhaps to add an additional goal for security.
Coming off the pitch, number 10, Harry Kane. To be replaced by number
Playing it short.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Son. And Mohamed Salah now. Oh, dealt with by the goalkeeper. Just 15 minutes remaining. Grealish. Tremendously strong in the tackle. Cristiano Ronaldo. Outdoing his opponent. Considerable momentum, courtesy of Ronaldo. But what can he produce from here? Ferran Torres.
Come on, bro. See what I'm saying? Hey, that's a red card. Yeah, give him a fucking red card, bro. God damn.
Second yellow card, Stuart.
Well, I have to say, it was coming. Why was he not taken off earlier?
And they're making a change. Forward they go, chasing the game. But nothing comes of it. Now we're inside the final 10 minutes in this one. Ruud Gullit. Here's Ronaldo. On and on he goes. And the cross not quite accurate enough. Arnold.
Get the fuck away from me, cocksucker.
Plenty of forward momentum here, but can they produce? Real chance. Oh, marvellous save. Great goalkeeping. So approaching the final whistle, and the visitors on course to lose narrowly here. Stuart, what have you made of it?
Well, their attacking players been too slow, it's lacked penetration, and at times it's looked devoid of ideas. But can that change in the final few minutes here? It only needs one moment of magic.
Shit, oh shit.
Options in the middle. Not really the ideal clearance. Well, they can keep possession of it now. Arnold.
Oh,
Completely.
Oh no, I'm gonna lose.
And a time for
I'm gonna
calm
fucking
on the
lose
ball.
this. I'm gonna fucking lose
Gullit.
this.
Well, he has the measure of his man. Delivery towards the back post. And the danger's still on.
Fuck!
And that will be all for this game.
Come on, man. 1-0. Are you serious, bro? That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Can't believe that shit, son.